Good morning, good morning, good morning. I decided to make a video because I'm early for work. I had to do something. But on the radio today, on the Ricky Smiley morning show, they was talking about is church a show? Let me tell you, church is supposed to be your, you can say family. It's about fellowship, it's about community, it's about praising the Lord, it's about a lot of things. But growing up in a small church, they was like family. They knew when somebody was sick, they came out and helped when we needed help, or we vice versa. But it's like family. You know everything about them, and it's a good time. Now I go to Calvary Chapel. Calvary Chapel is all around the world. I like Calvary Chapel because I'm kind of an introvert. So I just want to go in there, get the word, praise and worship, and leave. But since I got on this walk with Christ, I want to get a church where I'm more like family like. But it's another Calvary Chapel I go to with Celebrating Recovery, and it's smaller, and I'm getting to know people, and that might be my church home. This is my suggestion. If you feel like a church is entertainment or they're not right, it's churches almost on every corner. Find another church. I think that's just an excuse. If you're really trying to get right with Christ or right with God, you know, it's no excuses. You find and you shall seek. You're gonna find the type of church you like. I mean, putting out bad stuff about churches, and they was piggybacking off of Ti, because Ti was on Kurt Franklin show podcast, and he said he didn't see no like real reason to go to church because it's like entertainment. See, this is the thing. People who talk like that, they haven't been to church since they was a kid, and they remember how church was as a kid. People will whoop your butt if you act up in church. And it was like one day me and my son was talking about this. Like, he was mad because the lady didn't give him no snacks and stuff. But he been to different churches. He been in churches on his daddy's side, and he been on churches on my side. So, he have different experiences. And I have different experiences with church too, because I used to go to church with my friends also. And I know all churches is not the same. You have to go to a church that you like. And it may be visiting different churches. If you feel like the Holy Spirit is not waving through the room, and you feel like it's a show, and you feel like they not doing something right, leave. Ain't nobody holding you down. It's just like the same point of y'all talking about all they is about is money. No church is putting nothing to your head, is threatening you to give money. Is the Bible say you have to be a cheerful giver? Maybe if you're not a cheerful giver, keep your little dollar, keep your little money, keep it. Ain't nobody forcing you to give. Now, honestly, I can tell you, I used to be saying the same thing that you saying, and the reason why is because I hear so many other people's stories and not thinking about my own personal experience until now. Not right now, but lately, since I've been walking back on the trail with Jesus. My own personal spirits, it's been little here and there, but people are people. Everybody is different. That's why I'm not with people judging people as a whole group. Like saying, for instance, for example, all black people or all white people. No, we all different. Some bad, some good. It's just like in the church. Some bad, some good. One bad apple ruined the bunch. But don't let that bad apple ruin your bunch, your time. That's why a lot of pastors need to step up when they see something wrong in the church and confront that person about it, because that person lead a lot of people to stray. And sometimes they just don't know no better. Sometimes they bitter, they lonely. It's a lot of reasons. We're human. So don't let these people discourage you about church is bad, because church is not bad. Not all churches. I know the church that I grew up with, my grandma church, they good people overall. Really good people. And now they kids and the youth is taking over the church. Really good people. They married now, and they kind of married the people in the church. Seem like, I don't know, something like that. But you know, church is not bad. It's a community. It's fellowshipping. It's praise and worship. It's teaching. That's what it's about. It's a family. Your church family. That's what it's all about, is having a church family. Sometimes you can reach out to and talk to some people, and y'all yoke together, like the Bible say. Like, y'all yoke together, y'all have this thing. It's like if you celebrating recovery, or you getting out of your bad habits, you're gonna need a community to go around, unless you're gonna be isolated for the rest of your life. And if you go around your same old community that saw you when you was a drunk person, or in your bad habits, that's going to lead you back to your bad habits. Y'all clocking? So church is good, especially when you're trying to get away from that lifestyle. You know, the thing I want to ask T.I. and all of these people who talking about church is entertainment, you rather people be out in the streets at y'all concerts, that sometimes things happen really bad? What, you rather people be out there? You rather people be home isolated, crying, grieving? You rather people doing that instead of being in the house of the Lord? Even if they is getting entertained, they in the house of the Lord. And that's your individual spirit, because that's how you took it. You didn't go there with good. If you went to church and you saw only entertainment, I feel like you didn't go there with good intentions. Because you supposed to be focusing on God, not the entertainment. They praising and worshiping and whoop-de-whoop and doop-de-doop. But your intentions is bad. So you have to check your own heart posture on that, sir. A lot of people think like you. And you know something? When the kids hear it and the teens hear it, guess what? They follow behind y'all, because y'all are entertainers. And y'all have a big influence. So the best thing to do when you talk about church is don't talk about it at all. That's not even in your category, your entity, your whatever. Don't talk about church. Talk about what y'all got going on over there in the hip-hop community. I don't mean to sound bad about this, but when you lead people astray, and when you talk about church, you waking up the Christians. Y'all need to wake up and clock in on this, because we trying to make heaven crowded. We trying to lead the sheep to the kingdom, and what they trying to do, lead the sheep back into the world where the sheep got damaged. Lead the sheep back to the strip club. Lead the sheep back getting fondled, back getting essayed, back getting all this other type stuff. Yeah, come on. We got to do better, for real. So, hey, y'all need to keep the church out y'all mouth if y'all ain't even over here behind Jesus. For real. Bye.